Nothing worse than doing a 3-minute video without pressing the record button. So I'll keep this video slightly shorter than I just did whilst taking a photo. So it's a follow-up to the Dellorto rebuild. I've got the car back on the engine now, ran fuel through it and it leaked like a sieve out the main filter. I looked back at my video and realised I'd actually forgotten to put on a seal. So I went back to the workbench, found the seal, and sure enough there was an old seal and a new seal. I don't know how I got those mixed up. And put that on there, put it back on, and it's absolutely fine now. So that's all tightened up. Fuel is running through absolutely fine. Which means basically, there's no fuel leak from the main tap. There's a rubber seal that sits inside here. There's no leak from here at the moment. I need to tighten up a little bit. I think I did tighten that up already. The tap itself seems to be working very well. There's no leakage there. It might be a very, very tiny amount of leakage. And there's all new fuel line, new fuel filter, and that's fine too. I've got to pull that down. I can't find my pliers at the moment. I need to pull the clamp down. Other than that, that's all on there fine as well. So the only thing I've got to do is tighten up the collar around the air hose, because the collar holds a small metal strap that is the backing for the cable pull for the choke cable. So once that's on, I've taken some advice from my brother-in-law to lube the cylinder first, because it's new rings, new piston, new cylinder, all new old stock. So this may very well be low compression because they've not been bedded in at all. So I'll run a little bit of 2-stroke oil in there, plug it all back in again, ready to go. And then I think this weekend I'm going to give it a kick over and see really what happens. Like I said to myself just a moment ago, I'm pretty nervous, I have to admit. This has been, it's even with the SS, over there, and that was a nut and bolt restoration. But the engine itself, I didn't split the crankcase. I did everything else. But whereas this has been down to every single nut and bolt. So the gearbox is in pieces, all that kind of stuff, and I'm very grateful for the help from Gary and Haynes Motor Museum for his time in putting that back together exactly as it should be. I struggled at the last point, and he checked the sort of the squish between the cylinder and the piston, so it should be about right. So yeah, I would say at the weekend, it's Friday now. I'm probably going to come in at the weekend. I'm going to open a door, because I can imagine this thing's going to kick out one hell of a lot of fumes. In fact, I might take it outside anyway, because it'll set off all the smoke alarms. And as I work in a building attached to our local town hall, my smoke alarm is attached to their smoke alarm, which means that would not be much fun. So yeah, I'll do that, and I will, once I'm doing that, I will film that. Successful or not, I will film it, and we'll see where we go from there. Have a great weekend, and see you soon.